Of course, Didier Deschamps knows that this will be his last summer in charge, and looking to go out on the right note. But away we go. Colombia in their traditional yellow tops and blue shorts, and France wearing the kit that they will wear this summer at the World Cup for the first time.
And Adrian, if we're going to talk about victories of Colombia over France, there is another one. I'll tell you about it in a second.
It's Colombia who are making the first waves. Luis Diaz trying to make things happen for the first time.
I did the research, Adrian. I went deep in the research. 1993, in a game that was played in Martinique, Colombia beat
World Cup qualifying action. Now, chance for Thuram, going round the keeper, but he was offside. Montero out to make life difficult for him, but Marcus Thuram. Give away from Digne. Colombia have it back. Some really good footwork there from Davinson Sanchez.
all right. A little bit of pushing and shoving, a little bit of something, some intensity, some fighting. I don't mind it.
Akliush.
Unlikely result of Bolivia beating Brazil meant that Venezuela was out. Happy times. Yay.
Under the cosh a bit here though. Here's Thuram looking to turn and lay off. The shot, oh, it's turned in. France leads. Doué's efforts took a huge deflection. May actually go down as an own goal. It certainly deceived Montero. But Doué receiving the plaudits.
He just puts it on target, and then Daniel Muñoz is the one that deflects it on goal. Akliush putting some pressure, looking for a combination, a little give and go action. Can I get him behind? No, it's going to be Marcus Thuram. And at this point, it felt like Colombia maybe had it under control, and they did not. The deflection by Johan Mojica falls onto the path of Doué, who puts it on target. Give him credit. Alvaro Montero had it covered. And to your point, Adrian, it is indeed the deflection of Daniel Muñoz that takes it away from Montero. 1-0 France.
Daniel Muñoz just stretching out a left leg here to try and block club career. Never quite matching what he's done wearing the yellow of Los Cafeteros, as they have some defending to do. It's a nice leave, and well, some cross wires there. Cherki trying to play it back into the path of Doué. Qua working his way forward with an efficient pass, and it provides a platform here for the French again. Akliush swinging it in towards Thuram, who heads it home. Flag stays down. The smile widens, as does the lead. Marcus Thuram with the perfect header in off the bar.
It's just too much time and space. Good run from Kalulu. You got to get tight. There's no help coming defensively, and then the center backs get split. Daniel Muñoz gets out jumped. Where is the other center back? Nowhere to be found. Alvaro Montero, the goalkeeper, hunting for butterflies, doesn't get there. Johan Mojica and Luis Diaz, somebody's got to put pressure on the ball. They do not. Center backs gets out jumped. Davinson Sanchez misjudges the flight of the ball. Daniel Muñoz is a mismatch against a guy like Marcos Thuram, and then Alvaro Montero doesn't help the situation because he threatens to come out but doesn't, off the post and in. 2-0.
Looking to respond immediately. A decent looking cross. Colombia have a corner. The two centre backs were split horribly there. That second French goal. And I'm not sure where Juan Cabal was, but he wasn't where he needed to be. As they try and hit back though, it's
something that we mentioned earlier. Once they start rotating positions and players come in and out of position, Colombia seems confused as to who to pick up.
Corner served in, up for grabs on the edge of the area.
Has Nestor Lorenzo, and it has to be sorted out. But this is a concern that Colombia has had. It's not just in this game. There's a lot of sort of talking going back and forth as to who drops in, who steps forward. And you have in James Rodriguez a player who's just going to float. And then John Arias wants to join in the attack. And so you start losing numbers in the midfield. France starts getting control of that area of the field. And, well, in the end, it's 2-0.
France's first trip to the US since 1979. They hadn't been here in all that time. Of course, didn't qualify for the 1994 World Cup, famously. As Hernandez has to get that back in a hurry to Samba, who was he outside his area? That was what Luis Suarez. Well, that's a careless giveaway. Will it be punished? France on the move here. It's Thuram chasing it down. Good square, and the shot is on, and it's 3. And it's Doué again who's done it. A clinical counter-attack. The 2 goal scorers combining this time. Thuram teeing up Doué, who did the rest.
It takes is a turnover, and then from there's 1 and 2 touches, and France are just running freely, able to find the correct pass with the correct pace. Optional defending at the back post. Hey, Daniel Muñoz, where are you, papi? ¿Dónde estás? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. And it's something that I mentioned earlier, that he lacks tactical discipline.
Well, the majority of the crowd here in Landover are about to get their wish as Cordoba wants to make something happen. A chance for a reply, and they've taken it. Colombia getting on the score sheet. Jamington Campaz with the unerring finish in off the far post.
All-Stars on the right-hand side. Doesn't seem like the cleanest of combinations, but is a hold-up play from Cordoba that I think breaks everything open. He tries to, on the turn, hits it on target. It's a friendly deflection for Colombia, but then after that, quality on the pass, good pace on the ball in terms of the pass. It gives Campas everything that he needs in order to hit this with his left foot, while Cordoba is trying to create for himself. As it falls to the top of the 18-yard box, then it's a good pass with good pace and a good finish to the far post, off the post and in. 3-1.
Yep, and another debut international goal for Campaz.
Some energy and some life to Colombia.
Quintero delivering the free kick, still up for grabs, appeals for a handball, rather half-heartedly. French defence under some duress here as Puerta reels around. Another good piece of play from him. It's a real scrum down inside the 6-yard box. Quintero eventually delivering to the near post. Another rebound. The French
the outside, then that touch really has to get around the goalkeeper. Improve in the defending part, certainly in the center back position, that has been a problem. But when they get going like this offensively, it's difficult to stop them.
Yeah. There's Elise. Mbappe under control. Nicely done for Digne. Back to Mbappe! Into the side netting. Able to punch it clear. And the French survive defensively and look to thrive at the other end again. Ekitike with a driving run. They go it alone. And, well, he had Elise one side. He had Mbappe the other. He only had eyes for goal. Hugo Ekitike. That's a good ball for Cordoba to get on here. Exciting end to the game. Cordoba. There's going to be one more moment yet for them. It is Kylian Mbappe. He's round the keeper and he finishes. And he ties the all-time French record goal scorer.
Offside, Adrian. Calm down, Adrian.
That was going to be the moment. Olivier Giroud was about to hand his crown over to Mbappe, but it'll have to wait. Trying to send the yellow-shirted crowd home happy with another strike. It's not going to come though, and with it goes the final whistle. And France do prevail by 3-1. They had the 2-goal lead at half-time.